Elio guys, and welcome back to another episode of Infinite Magicraid. In today's video though, we have the review of Hardac. He recently had gotten a quote-unquote nerf. I say that in quotes because I don't think it was too much of a nerf here, but there's a reason why, because the devs have been absolutely wild and wacky with this guy, who is an epic too, meaning that he's just more easily accessible in terms of building him up. Obviously, if you can get dupes of him, which for some people like me, I don't even have one yet, but other people, I've seen him max and his damage is just absolutely wild. But he is a defender. He's also the light mark, so if you need a light mark carry, obviously I'm not going to say that he's going to get you through the entire Tower of Mark, but if built correctly, he should be able to get you, hopefully at least near halfway, if not a little bit further than that. But let's take a look at his basic skill, which is called Heroic Slash. This move right here deals 140% defense damage to a single enemy, and he also gains a shield by 5% of his max HP for 2 turns. The shield gained by this attack can be stacked up to 5 times, and with this move fully booked up, it looks like we go up to 160%, and it tops out at 190% of his defense damage. So obviously having more defense on him means not only more survivability, but also just more damage, in particular. And also his shield gets boosted up to 7.5% of his max HP as well. So even with this basic skill alone, we're seeing a big focus on not only defense, but HP, which just literally translates to survivability here. So that is quite awesome, because think about it, 7.5% shield of his max HP, and this can be stacked up to 5 times. That's going to be a very potent shield. Even though you're doing these moves and the shield lasts for 2 turns, you can essentially keep up at least a baby shield on this guy throughout his fighting duration here. And then his second skill, which is called Reinforcing Attack, it has a 4-turn cooldown. He gains Consolidation 1 for 2 turns, and then he deals 280% defense damage to a single enemy. So this is obviously a single target move here. 280% is nothing to scoff at, and with books being applied to him as well, that's an extra 90%, which if my math checks out, he should be sitting at roughly 370%, I want to say. Once again, this already synergizes quite well with his basic attack, where he already has his shield up, meaning he's mitigating even more damage. And with this move fully booked up, it goes down to 3 turns. We're literally 2 skills in, and we're already smiley face gaming over here. Alright, and then moving over here to his passive called Ultimate Defense. So Hardac has 10% more defense, and he won't take crits from any enemies whose defense is lower than his own. This right here is just absolutely wild and wacky once again, because the developers were like, dude, we got to make Hardac go hard, and he's going hard. So essentially what this move says is the more defense that he has, basically everything works out. That means he can't take crits from enemies, which is just wow. And with this move fully booked up, he does receive a whopping 10% more defense, meaning he has 20% more defense. Do keep in mind his other 2 moves, not focusing on the shield part of his basic attack, also scale off his defense damage. Huge, absolutely huge survivability. We haven't even got to his exclusive weapon yet. And obviously with a roughly 2.7k defense stat, there are going to be legendaries that kind of outclass him in terms of their defense stat. But if you can get really good subs on him, and obviously he's built up a lot higher than legendaries who may lack exclusive weapons here, you're not guaranteed to be safe from a lot of legendaries. But I could definitely see that being the case where, at least a partial of them, you don't really have to worry about critting on you, because, well, you got higher defense than them. And then for his special, or his ultimate, shall I say, it's called Tornado Burst, and it has a 5-turn cooldown. And this move right here deals 2 stages of 100% defense damage to all enemies. Meanwhile, it deals 50% more damage to enemies whose defense is lower than Hardac. Once again, this synergizes so much with his other skills and his passive already, which fully booked up gives us that boosted 20% defense on him. And with this move fully booked up here, it goes up to 130%, which averages out to 260% defense damage to all enemies. And then it also gets reduced to 4 turns. Wow. Honestly, I don't think there's any other unit in the game that kind of synergizes with their kit as well as Hardac does, which I think is what kind of makes him just overall a very, very amazing performer. Taking a look at his exclusive weapon though, called Massive Claymore, at level 1, Hardac counterattacks when taking active attacks from enemies whose defense is lower than his own. Like, you literally can't write this. So not only does he have all of this stuff going on with his defense damage, kind of boosting up his defense, preventing crits on him, but if you have less defense and you hit this guy, he's going to hit you back. And then at level 2, Hardac gains 60% defense for 2 turns before casting Tornado Burst. That's huge. Once again, Tornado Burst is his AoE move too as well, isn't it? So wow. Yeah. I mean, this doesn't boost his like raw like skill damage of Tornado Burst, but think about it, 60% of his defense damage is being added to this move extra just by having his exclusive weapon at level 2. That just makes Tornado Burst have even more damage up there. And then at level 3, if reinforcing attack kills the target successfully, it is triggered again on a random enemy. That's the single target move, isn't it? Which is this guy with the 280% base defense damage. So you get to get this move off again, which, I mean, it deals more damage because you get to basically attack twice with this one move if you kill someone. Absolutely, wow. Just absolutely amazing, dude. I am hoping one day I can get Hardac because honestly, at this point, with his kit synergizing so well, which by the way, I will include his recommended equipment over here, but with his kit kind of synergizing so well, it's without a doubt just, he's probably the best epic at this point in time here. I know a whole bunch of people say holder this, holder that. Holder is a decent carry. He will bring you or kind of break you into hell in terms of the campaign mode, but outside of that, and like if you just begin the game and you're getting into PvP, I'm not going to say that Holder's bad in the long run. It's just that his hype isn't really worth it here. I would say that Hardac, without a doubt, holy crap, dude. Oh my goodness, look at this beautiful, beautiful boy. And we see the shield up on him and it's stacking up here. Okay, so every time you hit him, it doesn't stack necessarily, but we see the 2 turns right there. But I could have sworn it said that it did stack. Okay, yeah, so it does stack. It just isn't really showing right here because I don't have any HP at level 1. But holy crap, dude. Just consolidation's up. He has shield up already. Once again, implying that especially if you're in a PvP or a campaign situation where they hit like a mother trucker, he's basically mitigating damage while also causing damage himself. Like, holy crap, dude. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the Hardac review. If you guys don't have Hardac, because I know that he was part of the whole Miracle Wish stuff, which is a bit unfortunate because that's probably why I don't have him either, not even one copy of him. I honestly suggest getting him because he is just smiley face gaming. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you will subscribe so you don't miss out on more of the videos from Infinite Magicraid here, and I'll see you guys in the next one.